You see, you are going to be facing this obstacle at the beginning of this week when it comes to misunderstanding in between you and somebody else. Almost as if there is going to be like some kind of an argument, okay? So there is going to be some kind of argument and disagreement in between you and somebody else. I mean, it's not going to be nothing major or anything like that, but it is going to be this obstacle that you are going to be facing because of that. Listen to me very carefully. I'm going to say this again. At the beginning of this week, there is going to be some kind of disagreement in between you and somebody else. You have to be strong. You have to be smart. You have to be clever, my gorgeous Cancerini. I don't need to tell you to be these things because you are smart and clever. So, and you are also highly intuitive as well. So you will be feeling things, you know. But then again, something is going to make you quite sensitive. So what you need to understand is like, oh my God, what you need to understand is to not to make an impulsive mistake. Do not make an impulsive mistake, because this silly impulsive mistake would cost you quite a lot later on, and it would also be something which would be, sadly, Dark Lala comes in, irreversible. So for the love of God, my gorgeous Cancerini, you need to kind of remember to not, like when you have this argument or disagreement, to not to make an impulsive mistake, because very, very shortly after that, like in a ridiculously short amount of time, you are going to have this important news. And this important news that you are going to have, it's also going to make you realize exactly what do you need to do when it comes to that particular problem, when it comes to that particular issue. So you, like, this is going to be your direct reward for not making this impulsive mistake. I repeat, very shortly after that, you're going to get an important news where you're going to realize exactly what do you need to do here. And this is going to be brilliant, because you're going to find this extremely, extremely rewarding. And there is something else that you're going to find out as well, some kind of amazing information, a very important information at this crazy time. You know, that's how you're going to feel. Oh my God, at this crazy time, you know, I'm having this important information, which may sound like a little bit crazy. It may sound like a little bit mental, but then again, the more you think about it, the more sense it's going to make. Almost as if, what do you need to do in order to kind of not do like something bad to yourself that you're going to regret later. But then again, at the same time, this important news and message that you're going to have, it's also as significant for you to understand, to actually pass it on to the people in your life who you kind of really love, and the people who mean to you so much. So this is something you need to understand. But going back to this like kind of important news and realization which you're gonna have, this is bringing control back into your life, which is going to reflect on you becoming so much more energetic and so determined as well, and so confident in order to do what do you want to do. This is going to be so important, because this is also going to help you to let go of the past, and what you're going to need to understand, this is not only going to help you to let go of the past that were holding you back, but it's also going to lead very slowly but surely towards an ending that is going to make way for new opportunities. And you will realize like, oh my God, this is brilliant. Now it's most certainly time to move on. Okay, and also what you need to understand at around the beginning of this week, nothing to do with what I've just said so far, you're also going to become aware of another like some kind of information that, you know, that will help you, but it's going to be kind of really difficult to hear. So when it comes to that information, it's all about speaking the truth with kindness, but at the same time, you know, you are gonna kind of need to be really, when it comes to that, listen, when it comes to that information that you're going to become aware of, this is nothing to do with anything I said so far. This is important, my gorgeous Cancerini. Okay, when it comes to that information that can help you, but it's going to be quite difficult, a little bit difficult to hear. You need to understand this is important. This life ain't easy, okay? And it's not always meant to be easy. It's not always meant to be, oh yeah, you know, like, do you know what I mean? Like unicorns and things, you know. No, baby, no. This information that you know you may find a little bit difficult to hear, it's gonna really help you to open your eyes and to be assertive. Okay, and it's also going to help you to don't back down, to not to back down from what you believe. Okay, it's also gonna be playing an important, an integral part of your spiritual journey when it comes to something being confirmed to you. But it also, when it comes to you, not wanting to back down from what you believe, my gorgeous Cancerini. Okay, so this is really kind of gonna lead towards you being courageous and standing up for yourself as well. Very, very important. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, oh, how beautiful! The power of love, the power of love, my gorgeous Cancerini. You are going to be having this beautiful and gorgeous and amazing and rather intense conversation with somebody who understands you and somebody who means to you so much, somebody who you really you really care about, and that particular person cares about you as well. This particular person understands you like, oh my God, like so much. This particular person basically understands you more than you understand yourself, and this particular person often mentions things to you that you should be doing, but not in a patronizing way. But it's like kind of, even if it doesn't make sense to you to start with, later on you realize where this person was like kind of coming from. So it's someone who really understands you, but somebody who's really kind of psychic as well. So you're going to have a conversation with this person, and you are really kind of going to realize, you know, when it comes to that person, you're going to realize like exactly what to do. You're going to realize through this conversation that there's some kind of problem is slowly coming to an end, and that in itself, it's also something unexpected is going to happen. When you have this conversation, that person is actually going to mention something to you like, oh, did you forget about this? Did you forget about that? Or they're gonna tell you something that you have been working on, or something that you're trying to do, something that you're trying to achieve, something that means to you so much. It's going to be pointed out by that person. No, you still need to do something extra. Look, you still need to do something more, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's brilliant. And this is so important because, you know, almost as if like it's to do with something that you're so impatient about. But then again, if you don't do this, if you don't kind of put more energy towards something really specific here, then you are, I'm afraid, going to end up making an unnecessary and unwise investment as well. So this is what you need to understand. This is all going to lead towards you kind of understanding that, you know, you need to have patience now and not to worry, because, you know, you will know exactly where the success is actually going to come from your own dedication and self-discipline. This is important. You are about to be in the spotlight like never before, but you also need to understand that now it's time to celebrate your accomplishments as well. Give a credit to yourself, my gorgeous Cancerini, whenever the credit is due. It is ever so important to be grateful for the things that you have, for the things that you have achieved, for the things that you've done, because the more grateful you are, the more door you're going to open, the more it's going to come to your life, the more it's going to happen. You're sending a very powerful message to the universe and to your spirit that you're acknowledging what's happening, and now it's time to step onto the next level of your spiritual journey. This is so important because you're going to realize that now it's time to rest, but then again at the same time to plan your next steps as well. Okay, this is absolutely perfect a time for you to move on with your life indeed, because the new door here are about to open. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you know where you're going to find extremely beneficial, you becoming aware aware of somebody being very, very unfair towards somebody else. And this is going to call your attention. You're going to become aware of somebody being unfair to somebody else, but you're going to find this very, very beneficial. Why? Because of this assistance with an ulterior motive. You know, somehow you're going to understand the deeper meaning of all this, and you're going to understand that you had a lack of ambition because of that. So it's someone who is not in your life managed to affect your mind and your way of thinking in a dark and negative way. And the wonderful thing right now is that through your own understanding, you are going to snap out of it. So this is immediately going to really kind of bring a hopeful outlook into your life. Very, very hopeful outlook into your life. I know it sounds crazy, but yet again, it's going to confirm some kind of a darkness and fears that you had. And this is actually going to be good because it's bringing a positive and like kind of helpful outlook into your life, especially when it comes to you understanding that now it's time to take action. And this is brilliant because at the same time you have to be fearless. Okay, you have to be fearless, and at the same time you are gonna become aware of some really, really amazing opportunities. Now it's time, my gorgeous Cancerini, to follow your passion when it comes to things that you love. But then at the same time, you know, it's also the time to show what you can do, because your vibration and energy is going to be different. It is going to be very powerful. Whether you're trying to achieve something through your emotions, maybe you're trying to find somebody like, hello, lovey, Mr. Lover. Do you know, maybe you're looking for Mr. Lover. Do you know what I mean? So your energy is going to be very strong wherever your mind is. So you must make the most of it. Maybe you're looking for someone and you are going to be noticed by somebody really, really incredible. Or when it comes to you trying to prove your point, you're going to be shining really bright. Or when you're trying to kind of like, if you're trying to achieve something really great and you want to get somebody's attention, go for it. If you're working on a certain project, put as much energy as you possibly can, because it is gonna get back to you 1,000,000 times. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards and I'm going to see what is going to be your oracle card of the week. Okay, so your oracle card, my gorgeous Cancerini, happiness. Oh my goodness. Happiness. Look how beautiful this is. For the first time in a long time, you are going to be finding yourself in such a powerful stage of your life. There are two really big changes which are going to take place. Both of these changes are going to make you aware of the fact how much you've actually changed, because both of these changes is to do with something that you've been waiting for a while, you've been hoping for to happen for a while. But when these two big changes happen, almost as if like, oh my God, you're not going to be as ecstatic as you thought that you are going to be ecstatic. Why? Because you moved on with your life. And this is the reason to be actually happy, because it's not about these two changes that are going to happen, something that you've been waiting for so long, and now they happen, and then you realize, oh my God, I've changed so much that I'm not even feeling this. No, baby, no. These two changes are going to be a big, like a sign, a very important sign that your luck is about to change. So by the time you get, in the best possible way, by the time you get to the last part of this week, this like realizations which are you gonna have are gonna be completely out of this world, and the amazing opportunities, and they're gonna be crazy, very important. And none of this you wouldn't even notice if you haven't like kind of spiritually evolved to the point where, you know, you are gonna need to understand all this is boiling down to the same point. By the end of this week, you're really going to surprise yourself by the amount of amazing opportunities you are going to have. But the reason why you're going to surprise yourself is because you will go for the opportunity that you would never ever go for. And this is where the happiness is actually going to come from. But none of this would actually happen if you did not kind of become aware of how much you've actually changed, you know, but it's gonna feel really, really good. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.